Well, good morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Lindsay Monroe. We have a shortened newscast. We went off of the air at 7 a.m. this morning due to the open. You're watching at NBC Channel 13 right now. So I did want to get everyone a weather update here on our social media platforms because we've had some stronger storms kind of roll through the area during the overnight. And I will be following along with you if you're on Facebook, seeing some of your comments posted here. So I will be having this pulled up so I can communicate with you if you do want to ask any questions. I'm going to be on our Facebook page. WTHR's Facebook page here. So let's talk about the radar, as we've had very few storms that have produced anything of severe limits. A lot of these storms have certainly packed a punch, as we've had some heavy rainfall, frequent lightning, and of course some damaging wind gusts. In fact, overnight we had some reports of some limbs down, power outages throughout Hamilton County, Marion County, and then up in Howard County closer to Kokomo. So this is where the strongest storm is moving through right now. Certainly packing a punch. As you can see, we are in the red. That means rainfall rates of nearly 3/4 of an inch per hour. The frequent lightning just to the north of the I-70 corridor. So this is just to the north of Knightstown. So moving into Newcastle right now. Spiceland getting in on some of this heavy rain that extends back near Greenfield, and it is tracking off to the east. So as we put this into motion over the past hour, you can see the general storm motion not moving all that fast, around 25 miles per hour off to the east southeast. So it is tracking closer toward Cambridge City, over into Wayne County, having picked up quite a bit of rainfall overnight there. You're about to get a little bit more. So where these storms do pass by, the possibility of seeing some areas of isolated localized flooding, that's going to be a possibility just with how heavy this rainfall is. And this really does extend with lightning strikes all the way up to Winchester and over on the eastern side of the state. That's the heaviest that's moving through right now. Seeing a bit of a lull elsewhere, and then we're going to see this pick back up as we get into the afternoon. So here's a live look at that I-70 truck stop near Greenfield, where the skies have certainly darkened. This is the storm cluster moves a little bit closer to this area. So we were seeing some heavy rainfall there, and certainly those darkening skies. Got some pretty cool pictures of a shelf cloud from some viewers in Greenfield just about 30 minutes ago. So some cool scenes there, and the good news, we are going to keep most of this below severe limits, at least what's out there right now. Other good news is the fact that we're picking up on some of this much needed rainfall. Here in Indy, we picked up over 1/4 of an inch already. Same deal up in Muncie. In fact, 3/4 of an inch there, and over an inch of rainfall already reported down in Shelbyville with this storm system. Lafayette, we're working on it. We're getting some more rain there, and I still anticipate us potentially seeing an additional inch of rainfall out of what's to come later in the day today. Starting to get in some conversation here on our Facebook page, asking about Crawfordsville and Newcastle. Crawfordsville, you're in the clear for now. Not going to be in the clear all day. And over in Newcastle, yeah, that storm is certainly moving in there, the one that we were just talking about. So over the next several hours, I do anticipate the temperature climbing from the low 70s back into the upper 70s, and then holding steady in the 70s as rain and storms becomes likely as we get into the afternoon. And then as far as that severe potential goes, this really is just going to be a heavy rain and a lightning event, potentially some stronger wind gusts as well as some small hail, but that higher threat of severe weather is going to stay at bay to our south. The green you see highlighted there, that does include Bedford over to Seymour, Clipping, Greensburg. That's a level 1 of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center. So the potential does exist that we could get, again, an isolated stronger storm, but if we do, it would be the damaging wind and hail threat. So we'll continue to monitor that, but keep in mind, if you have outdoor plans for today, the threat of lightning is certainly within any thunderstorm, so we want you to be prepared. Make sure you have that plan B in place in case where you are, it's underneath another storm system here. So this is over the next couple of hours. You'll notice a bit of a lull in the widespread shower and storm activity, but then as we get closer to the lunch hour today, this is going to start to fill back in as we've got this wave that's going to pass through the Great Lakes region and act as this triggering mechanism for these storms today. So pockets of heavy rainfall, lightning certainly going to be a possibility here around noon. Once again, a bit of a lull before a line of storms sets up. This is going to be closer to 6 o'clock this evening. Heavy rainfall associated with this, and at this point we could see a few of those stronger storms. This is at 6 p.m. That line will continue to track through. This is around 8 o'clock, still going to be dealing with the widespread rain and storms. This does not look to wrap up until after the sun goes down. Here we go through 11 o'clock tonight. Still going to be dealing with some scattered showers and some storms as we get into the latter part of the day today, and then eventually that system's going to exit out of there. So we've been watching a couple of different weather models taking us through the the day, same kind of setup. This is a secondary model that we've been watching, and essentially both of them are kind of on the same page. So that kind of gives us that reinforcement that the rain chance is going to be good for today, as well as the timeline of all of this. And this eventually again going to clear out as we get into our Monday. But as far as how much more rain we can anticipate, this particular weather model pretty good at estimating the isolated storms within the area here. So potentially this is, in addition to what's already fallen, over an inch going to be a possibility here. Muncie estimate 3.5, that's a little high. That's predicting a very heavy storm over one isolated area. So this just kind of goes to show you that we are still anticipating anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rainfall, possibly higher amounts within some of those heavier thunderstorms, which again could lead to that localized flooding threat. We'll be watching that through the course of the day today. So moral of the story, showers and storms do look to be likely. We are going to get some of that much needed rain, but also lightning is going to be a threat if you're going to be outside for today. Beyond today, we're going to pick this up as we go through the overnight tonight, noticing that the sky is still going to stay mainly cloudy, but most of that rain going to exit. We're still going to be influenced by the storm system tomorrow. We're going to keep a partly cloudy sky around for Monday, tapping into a little bit of heat, a little bit of leftover moisture. Could potentially prompt one of those stray pop-up showers or storms with the heat of the day on Monday. And then eventually we're going to set back up into a dry pattern starting on Tuesday. But the heat and the humidity, they're going to be one of those main weather headlines as we get into the middle part of the week, with heat indices as we get into our Tuesday and Wednesday, possibly back in the triple digits. And as far as that muggy meter goes through the week, we're still going to be close to that miserable category, especially on Wednesday with dew point temperatures in the low 70s. We call anything really a dew point of 70 or above miserable to be outside. So we are going to be dealing with some muggy days and some hotter days on the horizon as we head into that 7-day forecast. So scattered storms in your forecast today. Not expecting this to be a widespread severe weather situation kind of day, but just a day to stay weather aware. Make sure you have that app just in case we do get any alerts issued here. Some stronger storms move into your area. We want you to be well aware of that in advance. So 80 will be the high today, staying pretty steady in the 70s once that widespread rain moves in this afternoon. 85 with that spotty storm chance on Monday, the heat and humidity returning on Tuesday, and then we're back up to 93 with a lot of 90s there in your 7-day forecast as we look ahead at the rest of the week. So just gonna real quick skim this through just to see if there's any specific questions. Just asking kind of about the heat dome breaking down. That does not look to be the case over the next 7 days here. So once we get through the rain, much needed rain today, going to be dealing with the heat for the rest of the week. And then just kind of asking about specific locations. Just a good idea. If you're in central Indiana and you watch Channel 13, this a good day to stay weather aware no matter where you live in central Indiana, because it looks like these storms are going to be widespread enough through the state that everyone is going to be impacted by them today. Thank you for joining us. Hope everyone has a safe Sunday. And remember, you can check that updated forecast on WTHR.com throughout the course of the day. And again, make sure you have that app ready to go. Take care.